There comes a time in life when you realize that true strength is not found in how loudly you can respond, but in how calmly you can endure. The world will always test your patience, your pride, and your peace. But the one who masters his emotions becomes unshakable. Paul Washer reminds us that power does not come from dominating others, but from being ruled by the Spirit rather than the flesh. When you no longer let anyone control your reactions, you rise above their reach. You are no longer a prisoner of anger, but a master of peace. Guard your heart above all else, for it is the wellspring of your life. Everything you think, say, and do flows from the condition of your heart. If you allow bitterness, pride, and resentment to take root, they will grow into anger that poisons your peace. Many people spend their energy trying to control others, yet the greatest victory is to control yourself. You cannot stop what others say or do, but you can choose what you let dwell inside. True freedom begins when you stop letting the world decide how you feel. The heart is like a garden that must be tended daily. If you leave it unattended, weeds of jealousy and frustration will choke out joy. Feed it with truth, with prayer, and with gratitude, and you will find that peace becomes your natural state. The moment you start to guard your heart, you will notice how easily people lose their power over you. Their criticism will no longer pierce you, because you know your worth comes from something higher. The heart anchored in truth cannot be shaken by the storms of emotion. Do not let temporary emotions destroy permanent peace. When anger rises, step back and remember who you are. Ask yourself if this moment deserves your energy or if it is just another test of patience. Most anger comes from pride, from believing that others owe us respect or understanding. But when you guard your heart, you stop seeking validation from people and start resting in the presence of God. The one who guards his heart walks with quiet strength, untouched by insult or provocation. When your heart is protected, peace becomes your shield and love becomes your response. And in that state, no one can truly bother you. Die to pride and live in grace. For pride is the root of most anger. It whispers that you deserve more, that others must treat you a certain way, that your worth depends on their approval. But grace teaches you to let go, to understand that your peace is not built on how others see you, but on how God sees you. When pride dies, peace is born. You no longer feel the need to defend yourself, because truth defends you. And when truth lives in your heart, no insult can find a place to stay. Pride feeds the fire of reaction, but grace extinguishes it. When you choose grace, you stop fighting to prove you are right and start living to do what is right. You begin to see people not as threats, but as souls in need of patience and understanding. Grace turns offense into opportunity, teaching you to respond with love instead of anger. It does not mean weakness. It means strength under control. A heart that has learned grace carries peace even in the face of misunderstanding. To live in grace is to release yourself from the chains of ego. Every time you let go of the need to win an argument, you win something greater, your peace. Every time you forgive instead of retaliate, you rise above what tried to pull you down. This is what it means to be truly strong, to choose humility over pride, peace over reaction, grace over judgment. The world cannot shake a person who no longer seeks to be seen but to serve. When you die to pride, you rise in peace, and when you live in grace, no one can steal your calm. Fix your eyes on eternity and watch how quickly the noise of this world fades away. Most anger and frustration come from focusing on what is temporary what people say, or what they do to us. But when your heart is set on something eternal, these small offenses lose their power. You begin to see life with a higher vision, beyond the limits of pride and pain. Every challenge becomes a test of your faith, not a threat to your peace. The one who sees eternity walks through life with calm confidence. When you fix your eyes on eternity, you understand that every moment has purpose, even the painful ones. You stop asking why this happened to you and start asking what this is teaching you. The insults, the delays, the rejections, they are no longer enemies, but lessons shaping your strength. You realize that anger is wasted energy that distracts you from your mission. Those who live for eternity have no time to be bothered by temporary things. They move forward, guided by faith and not by emotion. Eternal vision brings eternal peace. You begin to live with patience because you know the story is not over yet. You forgive quickly because you understand that mercy is more powerful than revenge. You stop trying to control people because you trust the one who controls everything. This is the secret of unshakable peace, to live with your eyes fixed not on the problem, but on the promise. You are no longer ruled by what happens around you, but by the purpose within you. When your heart is set on eternity, no voice, no action, and no insult can disturb your peace. In the end, peace is not something you find outside yourself. It is something you build within. When you guard your heart, die to pride, and fix your eyes on eternity, you become untouchable by the chaos of others. The world may still shout, provoke, and test you, but your spirit will remain calm and steady. You will walk through storms with quiet strength, because your peace no longer depends on people, but on purpose. Remember, the one who controls his spirit is mightier than the one who conquers a city. Choose peace, and no one will ever have the power to steal it from you.